So your body will produce insulin whenever you intake sugar, right? It kind of goes, the pancreas goes into overdrive, right? Now, keep in mind, whenever you eat anything, your body's going to secrete insulin in order to allow the glucose to go where it needs to be, right? And once the glucose goes where it needs to be, as much as it needs, right? That's it. Your pancreas is going to try and capture every single glucose molecule in the body that you put inside. It's going to produce a equal insulin element to go and grab that sugar element, right? And once the pancreas can no longer secrete enough elements to go grab the sugar, then the sugar is just kind of out there floating, right? And we know what happens to it. It can't, the bloodstream doesn't have a lot of use for it, and then the arteries and the veins don't have any use for it, so it's stored in the body as fat. Okay, so you can, that lets you know right there that the fat or obesity epidemic is a lot more than just somebody being lazy and not wanting to work out. So hopefully that'll definitely shed some light on the situation. Because a lot of times people will, suicide becomes a option when we have body images. We have body image shame, or, we lack self-confidence because our body looks a certain way. And our body looks a certain way because we don't know what to eat. We don't know how to eat. We don't know how to read nutrition labels. We don't understand that 12 grams of sugar is still a lot of sugar. It doesn't matter what kind of form it's in, there's a great deal of sugar, all right? So let's stay away from things that have high fructose corn syrup in it. And let's go with pure sugar cane, all right? Pure sugar cane is, it's very filling. You don't need a lot of it. With the high fructose corn syrup, you need a lot of it in order to have that full filling, because it's also an excitotoxin, which shuts off that signal to the stomach, to say, hey, I'm full. High fructose corn syrup and MSG will cut off that signal, which is monosodium glutamate, and it makes you eat more and more and more and more. All right, that's just the way that works. So we definitely want to stay away from that. What else? Fried foods is another big issue. A great deal of the food that I used to eat was fried. Excuse me. Fried chicken, French fries, what else? Fried chicken and fries, and what else? Fried chicken and fries. Fried chicken and French fries is something that I ate on a regular basis, and that's not, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. If you fish, fried catfish was another one of my big. I loved fried catfish. I would go get a 3-piece from Top Cat in a heartbeat, and I would be good. You hear me? Then we used to hit up Williams Chicken every night coming from the club. My brother and my best friend, we would go slide by Williams Chicken, scrape up some money together, and get a 6-piece. That way we could have 2 pieces apiece. It was cool, man. But that stuff is not good for you, all right? I know it tastes good, but it's not good for you. Fried chicken, fried fish, French fries, these things are very, very acidic to the body. And a lot of times where we get this place, they don't use olive oil. They have either canola oil, peanut oil, vegetable oil, which is all oil that the body doesn't readily digest. So you either have to sweat that chemical out, or you know, detox it, because a lot of times your body doesn't digest these things very well. All right, so it stores in the body as fat. So you have to be mindful. If you want something fried, there is a way to do it. When you just keep in mind, when you're cooking different types of oils in a high temperature, it creates a chemical. I want to say acrylamide is a chemical that it produces, and it's not good. It's very, very toxic to the body. So if you are cooking food at an extremely high, using cooking oil at an extremely high temperature, you want to be mindful and make sure you read the label on the back of the bottle of oil or grease, and find out it's you know, its cooking rate. You know, anytime you add heat to it, there's always going to be some chemical exposure, just so you know. But a good alternative to fried food would be baked food, right? Baked fish is awesome. You season it up very well, throw some hot sauce on it afterwards, you got you a good meal, okay? You can also bake French fries, right? You can cut up the potato, you know, season them up real well, put them in the oven and let them bake, right? So, and I also realized that when I used to eat a lot of fried foods, it was because of time, right? So it's quicker, right? You get the grease hot, you throw your fish in there after you get it seasoned up, then, you know, you throw your fries in there, and it doesn't take that long. You know, you're looking at maybe 15, 20 minutes, you know, at the right temperature, the right sizes of chicken, and however many fries you got. I only needed one meal for me at the time, so it wouldn't take that long for me to fry my chicken or my fish. So it was a lot quicker than waiting for the oven to cook my food. So, you know, because I didn't have time, that was one of the reasons, my excuses for eating a lot of fast food and a lot of fried food, okay? So that's definitely something that's gonna have to change. And baked. Start exploring on how to bake different dishes, how to bake chicken and fish. There's a lot of ways that you can spice it up and make it taste good, okay? What else? Artificial sweeteners is one of the big things that a lot of my clients really struggle with, right? It's hard for them to process in their mind that sweet and low or equal is bad for you, right? And I don't say it's bad for you, but it is bad for you. You know, I always say you want to find an alternative to the artificial sweetener, and they will say, oh, well, sugar's bad for you. The artificial sweetener is worse for you than sugar. You may as well be using sugar, right? So the artificial sweetener does nothing. The only thing it does is taste different, right? It produces the same effects on the body. So if you're struggling with some weight issues and you are not excited about your body, I would not advise you to check out. You know, I would invite you to stay with us and try to, and let's formulate a plan to help you get to the strongest version of yourself. And that is having the body that you want, having the energy that you want, right? And having, immune system, your health being the way that you want it, right? And suicide is not an option when your body's functioning and your mind is functioning at its optimum, okay? Oh man, some cinnamon and spice tea. Whew, it's strong. I made it very, very strong. It's definitely waking me up. Real quick shout out to all of my beautiful people that support my YouTube channel. I'm very, very grateful that you guys have subscribed, right? Make sure you subscribe, you know, like the videos, comment. I greatly appreciate it. Share the videos if you find value in them, by all means. If you want to donate, the platform to donate is I Speak Foxy. She focuses on helping those who have experienced sexual assault or violence, and she provides toiletries, she provides clothes, she provides connections with the shelters. You know, so if you need to, if you need a resource to pull out of a situation like that, then I Speak Foxy is a great resource to tap into. She is also on Facebook as I Speak Foxy as well. And yes, you know, she's great at what she does, and you know, that's definitely something that I would donate my time and money to, and I do. National Suicide Prevention Month, all right? Reach out to someone and talk to them. Check on our people, okay? So another thing, let's see, processed meat, right? Things like hot dogs, which is a prime example. Hot dogs are, if you knew how they made hot dogs, you would probably never, ever eat freaking hot dogs again, right? Because it's not even, I'll make a long story short. Hot dogs are initially gray. They turn into gray matter once it's pulled from, it's the leftover meat and ground hooves and everything of the pig or cow. To, you know, and they would say, well, give me a beef hot dog. I don't want a pork hot dog. Give me a beef one, right? It's the same thing. It turns into, after they process it, it turns into this reddish gray mush, right? And the mush is pressed down into these little slots, right? And a piece of, in plastic, a layer of plastic is wrapped around them, right? So, I'm sorry, yeah. So that plastic, before they actually put it in the plastic, they drop it into this red dye. It's red, right? So that's where the red color comes from the hot dog, right? And I'm just like, are you kidding me, right? So take some time and look at Food Inc., right? And Forks Over Knives. Look at those documentaries on Netflix, and they will show you exactly what they do to get this meat processed to the point of, you know, you being able to use it. It is a very, very enlightening experience. I can tell you now, I haven't had a hot dog in probably about 20 years. Because I never liked them to begin with, and when my mom used to give them to us, it was I think it was Brian at the time. Brian hot dogs and Oscar Mayer hot dogs was like an upgrade, you know. But Brian had like smoked sausage that was like super cheap. You could get like 6 weenies. Back then we called them weenies. You can get like 6 to 8 weenies for like 98 cents or $1 or something like that. And that would be our snack, you know, after school snack for the, you know, for the week. And, you know, we used to tear them things up, man. But no, hot dogs is definitely a processed meat. Any processed meat you need to stay away from. And hot dogs are not. They also have, you know, any type of meat that you put through the process breaks down, and it's usually processed in a facility that doesn't have like sanitary standards, right? So keep in mind, here's a fun fact: the facility that your like fast food burgers and you know, the convenience store hot dogs that are in the little thing that's rotating, A lot of those things are produced for mass production, so it's not good quality stuff at all. I know it may taste good, but the quality of it is not good at all. So the way the factories are ran, the outside of the factory has to be maintained. It has to be clean. And I didn't know this until I actually worked at a factory. I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want no, I don't need no backlash from no companies about me making a video about or bad mouthing their company. So anyway, but when they come in and do an inspection, there is a certain amount of fecal matter that can be allowed in the food, right? And that you wonder, where does that fecal matter come from? Well, rats, right? Rats and other bugs that roam around the factories, right, where they produce these foods, right? So, and the reason why is because for the longest, these factories would lose a lot of money because they didn't pass the health code, because they would have these high levels of fecal matter from rats and different bugs that that sit, or hide off in the equipment, right? Because they don't really do they don't do a thorough cleaning of the equipment. So when the inspector comes in, as long as the outside of the equipment is clean, like where the trash can is, it has to be clean. The break room has to be clean, right? For some plants or factories, they don't have to have a machine. There is no machine ordinance or rule or standard that they have to go by. As long as the machine is producing or working, it's fine. Now they can have their technician go and do the proper or the necessary maintenance on the machine, but they do not necessarily have to adhere to any type of standard or rule that the machine needs to be cleaned, right? And even if so, these guys are easily paid off through lobbyists and other things that, other incentives they can give to make sure the product goes through at the end of the day. All right, so that was just a fun fact I wanted to share with you guys about that. All right. Oh, wow. Allergy kicking in again. Oh. Excuse me. All right. Shucky ducky. So any meat that's processed or in a package, it at some point it came from a factory, and a lot of times that food was a mass of matter that was probably gray, right? And I know it's crazy. I know it seems like outlandish, like Marcus, I know you got to be making this up. I'm not. I wish I was, but it's for real. Any of you that have worked in a fast food place and you've had to stock some of the fast food, and you pull the meat out and the meat has like this grayish or greenish growth on it, and like the manager says, just chop that off and cook it anyway. Oh man. Yeah, anybody that's worked fast food, you know what I'm talking about when the gray meat and the green meat that they put in the fryer or the oven, the little grill thing anyway. So yeah, definitely. That's something that you guys may be familiar with. But anyway, so yeah, just keep in mind any type of processed meat. So whenever you go to a fast food store, just know that you're eating processed meat, and that they don't take the best precautionary measures in order to deal with that and keep that keep that situation safe, cleanly, and under control. All right. So my last thing is going to be soda. All right. Fun fact about soda. If you stop drinking soda, canned soda, bottled soda, whatever, I guarantee you, all right, I guarantee you, you will lose weight, a significant amount of weight, if you stop drinking soda. If you stop drinking soda this day, right, 5 days from now, I want you to weigh yourself, right? 5 days from now, I want you to weigh yourself drinking no soda for 5 days. And I guarantee you, you will weigh less. I promise you, you will weigh less. I'll take it even one step further. Excuse me. I'll take it even one step further. If you stop drinking soda for 5 days, your health will improve tremendously. Okay, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. There is no doubt about it, right? And here's why. Your body reacts to corrosives in a very, very major way. When your body has a corrosive in it, because it's corrosive. Corrosive means to deteriorate, deteriorate. It makes it dissolve, or there's a constant breakdown when something's corroded, right? It's full of corrosion, right? So your body is designed to thrive. Your body is designed to go forward. Like I said, to thrive. It always wants to push forward and to experience the height of everything that you're going through, right? Your body is a reflection of it. When you're excited, your body secretes adrenaline. When you get scared, your body secretes adrenaline. When you feel good, your body produces dopamine. You know what I'm saying? Like it reacts to what you do to it. So if you're trying to kill the body with corrosives and poisons from soda, then your body's going to be like, let's get ready to fight, because we got something in here trying to attack us. It's a corrosive. It's trying to kill us, right? Another fun fact about soda. The syrup that they use in soda, the red syrup for the red soda or red Fanta, the orange syrup that they use in orange soda, Fanta or Crush, the color that it uses for the green soda, the what is it, the mellow yellow? I don't even know if they make that anymore, but Mountain Dew, right? Those green sodas, and different color sodas. It's not only the brown, right? Like the Cokes and Dr. Peppers and all that. Like it doesn't exclude any of them, right? But it has to be carried in a hazmat truck. All right? And I mean, that's just what it is. Like it has hazardous material on the back of the truck that carries the big container of, that may have Coke or Dr. Pepper or like Pepsi on there, like the big trucks. You'll be like, oh my God, Now you look at them go by, you'll be like, oh wow, that's a corrosive. So just look on the back of the truck as you see one of them go by, and you'll see the corrosive placard on the back, right? Because that stuff is a corrosive. It is literally a poison to the system. Now those companies may go through or take it through a process to where it is drinkable. So, but I know that in that corrosive form, it is very, very hazardous to your health. Okay, very, very hazardous to your health. It's not something that that's okay for the body if it's in a hazmat truck, right? A hazmat truck that somebody has to have a special certification to drive, right? What is going on with that shirt? Someone has to have a special certification to drive it, right? because that stuff is very, very toxic. It's very, very dangerous too. So keep in mind with that in soda. And a lot of the soda has high fructose corn syrup because it's in a, you have to mass produce soda. If you were to try and mass produce soda using regular sugar, the world does not produce enough sugar to service a chain of restaurants on a global scale. It's not gonna happen. We don't produce the earth doesn't produce that much sugar. It's impossible. It doesn't. You're talking about in a day. Just think about the fast food restaurant that carries soda. You get your combo meal with a soda, right? Think about the billions of people a day that eat out or drink soda on a regular basis, that just run into the store or run into a 7-Eleven and get a 59-cent soda, and they refill, endless refills, right? There's no way. There's no way. And I don't care. It could just be one restaurant food chain, not a bunch of food chain restaurants. Just one will take out the entire world, entire Earth's production of sugar. I guarantee it. I don't have any doubts about it whatsoever. All right. So that's what you want to. You have to pull away from soda. I mean, I know it's hard because I drink. I buy the soda in the bottle, right? And I make sure it's from Mexico, right? So I'll go out when I go out to eat. We go to a Mexican restaurant. I will ask for a Mexican Coke, and if they don't have, sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. But it's in a bottle, and when you see the bottle, it will say Heco in Mexico. Heco, that means made in Mexico. Mexico still uses pure sugar cane in their soda. They don't use high fructose corn syrup. All right. So that's definitely something that will help you wean yourself off of soda. The diet sodas are not diet sodas. They're not. I know it may say that you have 0 calories, and everybody that drinks them is going to be like, no, they're good. They're the best. I'm going to drink them anyway. I don't care. It's just a soda. You can drink it in moderation. You can do whatever you want. You can eat whatever you want, and you can eat whatever you want to. But if you're trying to change your body, or you're trying to maximize the mind's potential for spirituality, then the process is going to take a lot longer. Okay. And a lot of us will check out because we don't know this stuff, because we don't know about food and what to look out for when it comes to food. We don't understand how to read labels, and suicide becomes an alternative because we have body shaming issues, and our body directly reflects what we eat, right? So don't feel like suicide is the way out because my body looks a certain way, and I don't want to, I don't want to go through learning how to take care of myself and these things. And I really would invite you to just simply take a moment and look at some of the ingredients, and I guarantee you will change the way your body responds when you start to read labels and pull away from those foods that no longer serve you, that have no nutritional value, and you start to eat the foods that have a great deal of nutritional value and are actually serving you, as in boosting your immune system. Your body benefits from it, as opposed to your body not benefiting from things that have no nutritional value. All right. So please keep that in mind when you are making decisions and making decisions about food. All right. And I know money plays money has a lot to do with the foods that we eat. And I would invite you to do some research on things that, on organic meals that are inexpensive, right? Because, and that also has to, our thought process on what a meal has to change as well, because we think that we have to have, you know, some vegetables, some meat, and some potatoes, you know, and that's a meal, right? But a meal can simply be an apple and maybe, you know, 2 pieces of Ezekiel bread, right? Or, you know, or it could be a couple of pieces of Ezekiel bread and a couple pieces of celery and peanut butter. Like, that can be a meal. You don't have to sit down and get Thanksgiving full on every single meal that you eat, right? And some of us eat 4 or 5 times a day, and we have to get full, right? We have this concept of, you know, I must be full in order to feel good, or I'm not satisfied unless I am full of food, right? And a fun fact about getting full is that when your body is full of food, it slows your metabolism down, right? And your stomach has a harder time digesting because it strains all of the other organs, because your stomach is having a hard time digesting all the food because it's full, right? And we're already dehydrated, and like that food just kind of sits there. So what would take maybe a day, 24 hours to digest, turns into maybe 72 hours, you know, or 96 hours, because we've stuffed ourselves, right? And the chemicals in the food has cut off our brain, cut off the signal to our stomach that we're full, right? So we'll go and eat something else because it's time, but we're still full. We still have that little bit of, you know, I'm okay. I could probably go another meal. I could probably wait until lunch, but well, I have to eat breakfast, so I'm gonna eat breakfast anyway. You know, knowing that you're still full from that late night Waffle House or that late night pancake house that you ate, right? But it's breakfast time and it's morning time, and I gotta have food. You know, I have to have some food, right? And you eat, and you know the whole vicious cycle turns over again, and you are constipated, dehydrated, and there's a lot, okay? There's a lot that you do not have to put up with if you just choose the foods that benefit the body as opposed to hurt the body, okay? What to eat on your spiritual journey. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. See if I got any comments. Looks good, no questions. All right. Oh wait, one comment. They had a comment. Oh no, that was me making a comment. All right. So let me see. I think some people are on. Okay. Good morning to you, Goodwin. Chateau, good morning. Irenia, good morning. Good morning. All right, shout out to all y'all for checking in, taking a peek on the video. I thank you. Listen, subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. All right, I have 88 right now. Okay, long way from 1,000, but I am sure that I am going to get there, and I can definitely get there with your help. So check out the channel. It's Marcus J. Jackson on YouTube, right? Go there. There's a great deal of information. There's a lot of videos, a lot of information that I share that can benefit you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. All right. Shout out to all of my people supporting Suicide Awareness Month. And listen, I love you. If you have not heard this at all today, I love you. I care about you, and I don't want anything from you. All right. This platform is free. This platform is, you know, to help, right? It's to help people understand that there is another alternative besides suicide, okay? Listen, tune in tomorrow, 12 a.m. for another Live Life, all right? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, all right? My Instagram is I am Marcus Jackson. Right? Pop in on there. And last but not least, live life, take it easy, and try not to do too much. Peace.